Hey everybody, welcome to Long Story Short, the video podcast. I'm Megan.
I'm Wendy.
And yes, you are getting this podcast in your ears, but if you are a Patreon subscriber, you can also be getting it in your eyes. We are producing this as both a video and an audio podcast. So if you would like that, we would love for you to join our Patreon, which you can access at meganandwendy.com/Patreon. We're real friends who like to talk about real life. And today we're going to talk all about some of our favorite Trader Joe's beauty products, the good, the duds. But first, where can you find more from us? Of course, on our Patreon page, but you can also join our Facebook group, which is Long Story Shorties. Had to think about it for a minute.
I know you paused.
We're actually going to discuss a little bit about that group later on in this episode, but we're having some great conversations over there and we would love to have you join us. Of course, you can follow us on Instagram where we are Megan and Wendy LSS. And you can visit our website, meganandwendy.com, where you can find all of our podcast show notes as well as tons of additional blog post content just for you.
Tons. Our blog has been blowing up lately.
Blowing up, yes.
Crazy things people are searching for, guys. You have no idea. I'd like to add that you can also send us your emails at meganandwendy@gmail.com. We love to read them, reread every single one of them. We like the good, the bad, the ugly, so send them our way. We're all ears.
Please do. All right. I see you have a question for me in our notes. So
I do. So video watchers can see that we are coming at you from our respective closets.
Yes.
And our setups are a little bit weird. And Megan has been trying to, well, okay. Before we jumped on air, I yelled at Megan because I was like, I didn't know you were going to set it up like a cute little set. You can see mine is shoes and clothes and everything's everywhere. Megan looks like she's sitting in a cute, pristine little office.
I had to hide the deodorant and the lint roller, guys.
It's fine, but she's got a cute little painting, a Timmery painting that she's done up there, and she's got a cute little perfume tray. I don't know.
This used to be part of the Long Story Short set, if you recall.
I do recall. Anyway, So I wanted to ask you because Megan's been on a hunt to find a better seating situation inside her closet, and I want to know, are you using it and does it work?
Yes. So as you know, we record from our podcast from our closet, and you can see Wendy, I believe, is sitting on the floor.
I am.
Are you not sore at the end of every podcast? My feet are asleep, my hips hurt, I have to adjust multiple times.
Yes. All those things.
Last week when we were recording, I at the beginning, before Wendy hopped on, I was scrolling for some sort of folding desk, and then I had an epiphany that the perfect option would be those folding breakfast trays, like a TV tray, and Target sells them for $9.99. So did I take myself to Target and buy a folding tray? Yes. And is my stuff sitting on it? Yes. And am I sitting in a real chair? Yes.
Sorry,
and it folds up and just slides right into the perfect spot in my closet. I'm so much happier.
I'm excited for you, and I may have to invest in a $9.99 TV tray for my closet.
It's worth it. And they have them in black and a light wood. They didn't have the light wood in store, so I have black, but honestly, I don't care. I don't even care that's not the color I would have chosen. It's delightful.
I'm happy for you. I wish you're going to have to show me later, how you have your, windscreen and all your stuff, attached.
It fits perfectly.
Wow. So cool, dude.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for you.
I'm excited for what you're going to tell me next.
Okay, guys. Ugh, I hate to eat crow, but here I am. Hold on. Let me get my notes so you guys can see that I actually make notes in preparation for our show. Okay, so I have a small retraction. In episode 16, we spoke extensively about one Justin Timberlake, if you recall. And since then, there was a documentary show type release called Framing Britney. Megan, I think you watched it.
I did.
And now I'm on the Justin Timberlake is trash train because He said some really disparaging things about her in this documentary. He wasn't like part of the documentary. They played an audio interview of an audio interview of him like from years ago. And he said some really shitty things about Britney and their intimate relationship, so to say. And I just thought, you're gross, dude. Like, so I am here to say that everything that I said in defense of Justin Timberlake during that episode 16, I take it all back.
I feel vindicated because I felt like perhaps you thought I was being a little harsh on him. And now you know that I am not alone because he has since come out with his own public apology. So it's not just like, look, and which fine. I thought it was fine. I didn't think it was great. I thought he did a lot of like blaming the patriarchy for creating this system that has benefited him instead of saying like, I was a jerk.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's an apology. But I appreciate that he's taken the steps and I feel good about it. Speaking of that documentary though.
Yes.
Were you, taking it way back, were you a Britney Spears fan ever?
Yeah, totally. When she first came, look, I love some Britney Spears. I'm not going to lie. So yes, I was a fan, but I was also in my early 20s. So it wasn't like I was a teenager who like idolized Britney. I did enjoy her music.
Same. I was in my late teens. Like I remember being in college and that was when Britney hit. And then I saw her in concert in Vegas a few years ago during her residency and it was terrible. I went with our friend Wendy Wise and it was slow. She was low energy. It felt like she was just going through the motions.
Didn't you even say like at one point you thought it might not be her? Like you thought it was like a double?
Well, yes. And like she has this really affected high Minnie Mouse voice that she uses. And there was a clip of that actually in the documentary that I was like, that's the voice. But she always has had kind of this baby voice, but that voice was very distinctive. It was odd. And then at one point she just like comes out on stage and just like whips her hair up into a ponytail like you would do like you're, I don't know, walking through a Target. You know what I mean? Like she just like whips a ponytail holder around it in this like high messy ponytail. And I was like, you are Britney Spears. I'm certain there's a stylist backstage. The whole thing was odd. I'm not shaming her for her hair. It was an odd vibe. At one point I went to the bathroom. I wasn't even worried about missing anything. I have friends who have been and they said it was a great show. Well, that was not my experience. And so all of this to say, knowing that she was under the conservatorship, that this was not really her choice. Like she was just kind of like a performing monkey in this case.
Right.
Makes it feel even worse.
I know. I thought like she probably just didn't really want to be there, you know, but she had to under contract that somebody else set up for her. Like, I felt so bad watching that. Like, I was like, can somebody do something to help her? Like, I feel helpless. Like, and I know I'm like not anybody, you know, but somebody needs to advocate for her somehow, some way. I don't know what the answer is.
I hear what you're saying. I mean, I think that's what the Free Britney movement was born out of. People want to help her. And, you know, there was a lot of comments about like, first of all, it was shocking to me, even though I've seen those paparazzi scenes, it was shocking to me to see it in 2021. Just like the absolute mob of paparazzi that would follow her everywhere. And one thing that was interesting, I heard an entertainment reporter saying the reason we don't have that anymore is because the celebrities have kind of taken back control. And like they put that stuff on their Instagram. So people don't have to hunt them down for these like lifestyle shots of them. And then people just steal them off of Instagram probably.
Right.
So, you know, the need for like this hunger for stars or just like us moments, they've kind of been taken away. But man, I mean, so many people failed her. The way Diane Sawyer spoke to her kind of upset me. Ed McMahon saying, I could be your boyfriend was a real gross moment.
Gross. That was gross.
I just, Matt Lauer everyone was kind of terrible to her. And if someone spoke that way to her now, I think there'd be a huge outcry. But nobody was standing up and saying, this isn't okay. She's a kid. And and her parents too. I mean, her dad obviously has some issues, but I was like, where was her mom during this time? And I know in the documentary, it showed her mom trying to, I can't remember if she tried to take over the conservatorship at one time or
or what, but I was like, where is like the parental involvement here? Or just people who care about her, genuinely care about her, not like some boyfriend or some manager or
right.
whatever.
Well, and I guess what I don't understand, I think it's been 12 years that she's been under this conservatorship. It's been a long time. And I'm glad now that a bank kind of shares the oversight. But what I don't understand is, okay, so she made bad business decisions, but like, you know, the Backstreet Boys lost all their money because their manager stole from them and nobody came and was like, you can't handle your life. I mean,
Right.
I don't know. Okay, she made bad business decisions since she was an adult, and why, I don't really understand. They made the point over and over again. She was perfectly capable of performing and making her own money. Why are we not saying this is ridiculous?
Well, now on top of that, I think there's this narrative or maybe even a misconception that she is mentally unwell. And I don't even know if that's the case.
Yeah. Well, and also they talk about conservatorships. I mean, it should be in the people who genuinely can't take care of themselves. There are a lot of people who could benefit from some oversight in their life who don't have another human with legal authority over them. I don't know. I am very invested in it. I hope things get better for her. I hope her father gets his hand out of the pot because I don't like that at all.
Yeah, agree. So if you guys want to watch the documentary, it's called The New York Times Presents Framing Britney. It is on Hulu. I definitely recommend. It's about an hour and a half. It's good. It's really good.
You won't be able to look away. It's worth your time. Speaking of things we've watched recently, I have a bit of an update. We talked several episodes ago about the fact that I had never seen The Karate Kid. And now I have. I told my husband, I said, we need to watch The Karate Kid sometime soon. I don't watch movies by myself unless it's a Hallmark movie. We need to watch it sometime soon. So we did. It took us 3 nights because I kept falling asleep. Not a judgment on the movie, but when we watch TV in bed, I fall asleep because I'm laying down. But what I don't understand is why someone didn't say to me, it's like Rudy. It's like Remember the Titans. Movies that I love. Like, it didn't in my head strike me as like, this is a sports movie, an underdog story. Had someone ever said that to me, I would have been all over it. I loved it.
Okay. Oh, okay. What did you think it was going to be like?
I don't know what I thought. It's so funny because I was like, I've seen that movie in my mind, even though I was like, I'm sure I've seen bits and pieces. There were so many scenes that I was like, this is not familiar to me. I have like the whole Elizabeth Shue storyline. I was like, I had never experienced this movie. I don't know what I thought. You know, you just have something in your head and you're like, that's not really for me. I don't know why. I loved it. And I said to him, spoiler alert on this 40-year-old movie, guys. At the end, we're like 5 minutes from the end. And I said, if Johnny and Danny don't like come to have some sort of like resolution, I'm gonna be pissed. And of course they have like, it's quick. I mean, it's like, you're all right, Danny. But
wait, is his name Danny?
Well, Daniel. I don't know why I'm saying Danny. Johnny and Daniel. You're all right, Daniel. That's really all that happens at the end.
But that was out there. Yeah.
Yes, that was enough for me. And then the other Cobra Kai guy, as soon as he like goes for his leg, he apologizes. So I think there's this coming around of like the Cobra Kai guys know that their sensei is a dick. And then I think we'll see more of that in 2. So I will watch the second movie. But if you haven't seen Karate Kid, because I don't know, you were invisible in the 80s. Also, I think maybe like I just missed it because I'm like a 79 baby. So it was like, you know, I was still a kid in the 80s. Like I wasn't a teen.
What year did that movie come out? What year did that movie? I'm going to look it up. Let me look. Because I know you got a ton of like.
Yeah, I can't touch my phone.
Let me look.
I'm using my phone as an external webcam. Why my phone's over here?
1984. So
yeah, I was 5.
Oh, wow.
I turned 5 in September of 1984. So I was 4 for the majority of 1984. So that's why, I mean, not that I haven't had 36 years since then to see it. I have seen it. If you think you won't enjoy it, perhaps think of all the sports movies that you've loved. I loved it.
Okay, I have so many questions for you. First of all, what did you think of Johnny?
I hated him for most of the movie. I mean, he was a jerk.
Damn, isn't he gorgeous as a teenage boy?
Oh, he's a pretty teenager.
That sounds so wrong to say. I'm sorry. No, good looking.
He's an adult man now. He's an adult man now.
Older than me. Yes.
It's like, But then, yes, and then he was much older than me. So I kind of feel okay about that. He's older than I am now. Ralph Macchio doesn't age. Can you look up how old he is? My husband thought he was like 28 during the making of this movie and married. And at one point I was like, man,
Stop.
It's such a weird mismatch because Elizabeth Shue looks older than she does. I'm not saying she looks old. That's who it is, right? I keep saying Elizabeth Shue.
It is. She's
Okay.
so cute.
Oh, so cute. But she looks older than he is because he just looks like a baby.
Oh, he does age because look at him in this pic. Can you see
Well,
him?
that's not a great picture. I think he looks good in Cobra Kai, but how old was he when he made that movie?
Okay, well, he was born in 1961.
Whoa. So he was 23.
Do the math. Yeah, I don't know if he was married. I have no idea.
Okay, but he was in his 20s. In my mind, he looks 15 in that movie. Like, he looks
for
his age.
sure.
And she looks older. Like, she looks like an 18, 19-year-old to me in the movie. So I was like, that's a weird match. She must have been so much older. And my husband goes, I think he's significantly older than he looks, which is not unusual for high school movies, but he looks like a baby.
I mean, my boyfriend Luke Perry was in his 30s when he was on 90210.
Totally.
so-
I'm not, but Luke Perry didn't look 15 years old on 90210.
Right,
At no
right.
point were you like, that's a high school kid. No.
Right. Okay, now, have you watched the new Cobra Kai?
I watched most of the third season.
Okay, you need to go back and watch the first season.
But I also need to, don't you think I need to watch Karate Kid 2 at least? Or
I
no?
do, because in the most recent season, they touch, there's characters that they reference or show from the sequel and the third movie.
Yeah, so we're going to work our way through them, and then I will go back and rewatch. My husband had watched Cobra Kai in its original release, like when it was on YouTube Red, which is now defunct. So he might actually be willing to rewatch with me. But I would be interested in rewatching. I've kind of seen bits and pieces as it was on. But
I mean, I'm going to tell you because Johnny makes a real comeback in season 1 of Cobra Kai. He is so likable, and they almost like flip. It's like reversal because Daniel is not super likable. So
interesting.
you should
Well,
watch
I'm
it.
into it. I have a whole new... I never thought of myself as a Karate Kid person, but now I am.
How great is that end scene when not sweep the leg, when he's doing the
Yes!
the whatever, the bird thing or whatever he's doing. That's the
You really need to be on the video to see Wendy's impression of Daniel's final karate move at the All Valley Championship. But it's like it comes full circle. I fell in love with Mr. Miyagi. It's just such a sweet, touching relationship.
yeah.
I loved it.
I know, it's a good movie. It's one of the greatest from the 80s, I have to say.
Are you prepping your props for this next moment we're going to have?
I have it right here in front of me, and I got to tell you, I am a little terrified.
Okay, so our notes say soda can voodoo. I have no idea what's about to happen, but apparently the tweens have taught us something.
So my daughter saw on TikTok, of course, you know when like you go to settle a soda can, you tap on the top of it or whatever, right?
Yes, I'm nervous.
Okay. And we always laugh at her when she does it because even if she just takes it straight from the fridge, she taps on it. It's like she hasn't shook it up at all. So last night we're getting ready to eat dinner and she goes and grabs a Sprite, and I have one here. And she's like, watch this, guys, like to me and my husband. And she shakes it up like this.
God, you're in your closet!
If this goes horribly wrong, I'm going to get soda all over myself and the closet. Shakes it up like this. And she goes, okay, now watch this. And let me, can you guys see it? Okay, you can see it here. This is what she does. She cups her hands around it and pushes her hands down and rotates the soda can like this, right?
Okay.
She does it a couple times. So I had to ask her again this morning because I was like, show me how you did that before I go. And so I'm just going to give it a couple more times because I really don't want this to spray all over myself.
I'm so nervous.
Okay, you ready? Wait,
Yeah.
I'm going to do it one more time. Okay. Voodoo, right?
So, like, the heat from your hands, like, calms the bubbles down?
I have no freaking idea.
Wendy shook the shit out of that can if you're not watching this. Like, I was very worried for her.
Have you ever seen anything like that?
Is that a mini can?
Yeah, it's a mini
I
can.
love the mini cans.
I mean, when she did it last night, we're like, do that over the sink. Don't do that over the counter. Like, it was so crazy. I've never seen anything like that. I don't know. I asked her, I go, what does that do? She goes, I don't know, pushes the carbonation to the bottom, which I don't think is the scientific reason. I just don't know. But there you go. I was hoping that might spray everywhere, but it didn't.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy, right?
Wild. Okay, let's take a quick break and we're going to be right back to talk about Trader Joe's favorites.
Woo!
This week's episode is brought to you by Home Chef. And you guys, I just need to tell you how done I am with meal planning. I don't ever want to do it again. Still have to, but Home Chef takes the burden off a few nights a week. I just pick a couple meals. They show up. I make them. Sometimes people eat them. Sometimes they don't. I can't account for the fact that I have children who, are kids, but I don't have to think about it. The food's delicious. And if you join before the end of February, you can get $90 off with the code LSS pod. That is LSSPOD. You guys, do it and thank us later. This episode is also brought to you by Celestial Shell. You know we love our friend Michelle, and her beautiful creations that she sews with her hands blows my mind. I still have sitting over here the blanket that I started crocheting at the beginning of the pandemic in March of 2020. So it blows my mind that she can bring any project to completion. She has tarot wraps and she has beautiful book sleeves that you can also tuck a Kindle into so that you're not getting like the crumbs from your purse on your Kindle as you carry it around. Use the code LSSFriends15 on celestialshell.com, which of course will be linked in our show notes, and you'll get a discount. All right, guys, we're back, and we're going to talk Trader Joe's beauties. I have something beauties. Well, it's true. They are beauties. I have some things in front of me that I love and some things that I just wanted to share because they, grabbed me off the shelf that I didn't love, but I think you should know about them.
I first want to say something before we totally jump in.
Okay.
We have a blog post on our website, meganandwendy.com, about Trader Joe beauty products. It is one of our most popular blog posts because if you are not shopping from the aisles, the beauty aisles at Trader Joe's, you're totally missing out. They have some really great stuff. It's not all of it, and we'll talk a little bit about that, but we're here today to share with you some of our favorites and some of our duds, like Megan said. So Megan's got 9 or 10 of them. I have half that, so let's start with you, girl.
I'm going to start with the dud. Guys, Trader Joe's now has a dry shampoo.
Wah, wah, wah. I'm shaking my head if you're not watching this. Because
Now, are you shaking your head because you do not like it or because you disagree with me?
I disagree with you.
Okay, so let me tell you why, and I think I have something to say, and then you can share. So, here's what I like about it. It's not an aerosol. It's a powder. It comes out in a really fine, see that? Beautiful, fine mist.
My favorite!
Yes,
I love that.
It's a great pump. I've seen other powder dry shampoos that don't come out as nicely. Beautiful packaging design. My issue is, I was going to say, I think this would be better for someone with finer hair. I have so much hair. Wendy's pointing to herself. So much hair that the amount that I used just wasn't enough. It didn't do it for my hair. And I used this early on. I did not wait until my hair got super greasy. With dry shampoo, it should be preventative. If you wait until your hair is too oily, it is too late. Mm-hmm. So I put on dry shampoo a little bit every single night before bed. I tried that with this. It was not effective. Now, maybe if I used a ton, and since I've already purchased it, I might try using more. It feels good. It smells good. It just wasn't super effective. But like I said, I was thinking this might be better with someone with finer hair than I have.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you that the packaging is fan-freaking-tastic. I'm talking about not the aesthetic of it, but the actual functional packaging of it. I don't know if I've ever seen a dry shampoo that comes out in this sort of dry spritz without having moisture to it. So I think it's super cool. I do have very fine hair, and that's why I think it works for me. I love the scent of it, and just playing around with it. I wish it would give me a little bit more. I know it's not a texture spray, but some dry shampoo for me, I can use as a texture spray.
Or a volumizing, gives you a little volume boost.
Yes, but this
doesn't do that.
Is it coming? It's coming out. I love it. Now, My only complaint is that this little guy is 1.75 ounces. I take that back. It is 1.35 ounces and it's $5. It's kind of expensive, I think, for the size of it at Trader Joe's.
I was looking because Batiste is my all-time favorite dry shampoo. I buy it over and over and over, and it's $6 at Target for a can, which for some reason seems
For the
like a
large can or the small, like travel size can, like
no,
this?
the normal size can. You know how they have like their extra large cans that you can sometimes find at TJ Maxx. The normal size can is $6, and it's not a lot, but for some reason I was like, that seems like kind of a lot. Maybe $7, might be $6.99. Anyway, it struck me as being kind of expensive for what it was, given how fast I go through it. Yeah. This did not strike me as being too expensive because it comes out in such a fine mist. I think this might last a good long time, but we both have just recently purchased that, so we can't speak to that.
Yeah, we'll keep you updated on it. I'm very excited about this product. Very, very excited about it. Especially because I just started using Amika, I think is the brand, dry shampoo. And that stuff is freaking incredible, but is also very, very expensive. So if I can get away with a Trader Joe's version, I'm down for it.
All right, what else you got?
This is a holy grail product for me. It is the Trader Joe's Microdermabrasion Scrub Exfoliating Cream. It's kind of the consistency of a paste, and of course this is a brand new one and I still have the stuff on it, the packaging stuff. I love this microdermabrasion scrub. I keep it in my shower because the bottle
this is not
plastic. No, this is not new. No.
Oh, I've never. I just bought it. And
You lie.
I love it.
I thought we've talked about this before.
No. You know what it reminds me of? Bliss makes a microdermabrasion scrub that I used to love. I looked online prior to recording this. The only place that sells it anymore is Ulta. It doesn't appear to be part of the reformulated line available at Target. But it has the exact same texture to me as super fine. Like, it's so satisfying, but it doesn't feel like it's tearing. It's not like that St. Ives apricot scrub we all used
God, no.
years ago. Just a really fine. It just, your skin feels amazing. How often would you use this?
I have very dry skin, so I use it maybe every other day in the shower. Yeah. I find because of its consistency, like I said, it's like a paste. I'll notice that if I don't use it in the shower and I use it like at the sink, it will get in my hairline and I can't, that's so annoying to me. So I keep it in the shower and I make sure I get a good, wash around the hairline when using it. I love it. Also. I love it. And hold on. It's only $4.99. It's only $4.99.
Oh, thank you for checking.
Yes.
So Trader Joe's sells these facial toner mists, and I did a whole video on the rosewater version a while back. Last summer, they also had a watermelon version, and I don't know if you can see, it kind of like separates out, and you're supposed to shake it. I believe that this watermelon mist, along with their watermelon masks, which we'll talk about in a minute, were meant to be dupes of the watermelon glow recipe sprays. I love the rosewater spray a lot. I use it on, I'll use it to set my makeup, even though it's not necessarily a setting spray. Your face feels powdery. It just kind of sets all of that. I'll use it to refresh my face. I'll use it just spray it on my face in the middle of the day. Feels great. The watermelon is kind of the same. I don't like the way it feels on my skin. It burns a little bit, and I don't know if I just got a dud, but the spray on my rosewater, I don't know if the camera picks it up, super fine. The spray on my watermelon, okay, it's proving me wrong because that was a beautiful spray. It usually has one little stream that stabs me in the face, and it's not. I don't love the watermelon as much. The rosewater, great, amazing.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
The watermelon one, does it smell like Jolly Ranchers watermelon, or does it smell like watermelon the fruit?
It's like Jolly Ranchers the watermelon.
See, I kind of just drawn to that smell.
I love the smell. And with that being said, I'm going to jump into one more thing really quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you like that smell, have you used the watermelon overnight face mask from Trader Joe's?
No, because I have the more expensive one.
The real thing?
Yeah.
This also smells like watermelon Jolly Ranchers. It's not too sweet smelling. So this, first of all, the packaging's beautiful. This glass jar. I love it. I use a brush to apply it, mask. I mean, it was like an old $1 foundation brush. That's now my mask brush. That's a tip. If you use masks, apply them with a brush. It's like super leveling up your masking experience. But this stuff smells really good. You can use it either as like a 15-minute wash-off mask or you can put it on overnight. It just makes my skin feel soft and glowy and I enjoy it. And I don't know what it costs, but I would guess it's in like the $6 range.
Are those 2 watermelon versions not available any longer?
I didn't see them when I was there. I would imagine they'll come back for summer because you know what else they didn't have that maybe was just my store, but their rose hand cream.
Oh, mine had it.
Okay, so maybe it was just mine. I thought maybe it was a spring product.
And it's in a tube that's almost metal-y like. Yeah, that's a great moisturizing hand cream.
I agree. I was sad they didn't have it because I would have repurchased it.
I want to tell you that I love the rose spray. It is so good. And like you said, if I feel like my makeup is like too powdery, like as soon as I put it on, I'll just give it a little spritz. I don't know what it does, but it just makes my skin feel better. Yeah, that's great.
Kind of hydrating and sets everything. It's just fun to spritz your face. Give yourself a little moisture in the middle of the day.
Great. Great. Okay. Speaking of taking makeup off, actually, we weren't speaking of taking makeup off, but these are the Trader Joe's Micellar Cleanser and Makeup Remover Towelettes. You get 20 of them for $4. Do I think that's an affordable purchase? I don't know. I think you can get a bigger thing of packaging. Like, you know, Neutrogena has them. But these are nice. I like them. I grab them at Trader Joe's when I need them because you know me, I'm terrible at taking makeup off at night. But if I have a makeup towelette remover, I will use it.
I've never used those. I've never been successful with makeup wipes.
Why?
My skin doesn't like them. I always break out after using a makeup wipe.
Megan has super sensitive skin, you guys. Me, not so much.
Have you used the Trader Joe's body oil?
Is that the lemongrass?
Lemongrass coconut.
I have purchased it for my daughter because she loves the smell of lemongrass. I am not a fan.
I see. You would not like this because it does definitely smell like lemongrass. I used this before bed because I was like, I don't want to put on clothes if I don't know if I'm going to like a body oil. Like, what if it's too oily? I liked it. I don't think I'm a body oil person. I think I was like, oh, this is nice. This is moisturizing. Kind of prefer a lotion. I'll still use it because it's nice in the winter, especially like just out of a shower before bed. And my hands, like I might just like put a little on my hands right now because I like an oil on my hands.
At bedtime or daily?
More at bedtime because now I'm gonna not be able to touch anything for the next few minutes.
Oh my god, I have to stop you right now. Your nails look so pretty.
Thank you. I did them this morning.
They look beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm jealous.
I dipped them this morning.
Awful.
We have a whole post about how to get started in dip powder nails if you need a pandemic copy. I got
at home. At home, guys.
At home, yeah. I'm not going to a salon, guys. Did solve myself. They're beautiful. If I do say so myself. What a jerk. Hold on.
You're funny. Okay, let's let you keep going because I only have two left.
2 more.
You had 10 and now you have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 9 and I actually had 8. I counted one. So I have 2 more. Go ahead.
Okay. This is new for me. Whoops, I just dropped it. This is new for me. This is the Trader Joe's Supreme Hydrating Eye Cream. Girl, you have it too.
I love this stuff.
Is this new?
No, because this is almost gone and I've had it for months and months and months and months and months and I love it.
Okay. I have one problem with it.
Oh.
I don't like the way it smells.
Mine smells like nothing.
Maybe I have a dud because mine smells like when you leave the towels in the washer too long.
Oh, no. Mine
Like
smells
mildewy.
like nothing. No. Throw that thing away.
I wonder if it's bad.
It might be. Does it have a date printed on it? I don't see a date printed on mine. Have you used, do you like it? Have you used it?
You know what? There is a date. Oh my God. I need some readers. I have to look at it. It expires 06/2024. So.
Oh, weird. No, mine does not smell like that.
What I do like about it is not heavy. Like I don't like to put a heavy under eye cream because what happens with me, I get those little
Amelia.
Yeah, on my under eye area.
Me too.
So
I
try
like
to keep
that
it light.
And like you can wear this under makeup. It sets so nicely under makeup. It's not like greasy or heavy. You can put makeup on directly over it. I get really dry under eyes in the winter, and like if you put like concealer or foundation, sometimes it just is like the desert under there. I love this stuff. It's so great.
I only have used it at night. I have a day cream that I love a lot that I don't plan on changing out. So other than that, I like it, but that scent smells like mildewy towels.
That's weird.
So maybe you know what? I wonder if they'll let me return it.
Yeah, tell them, please. It's Trader Joe's. Are you kidding?
I know. They'll be like,
I apologize to you.
And here's a bouquet of flowers. Sorry about that.
So I have one more thing. I actually don't know why I don't have the body butter in here, but I know. We've talked about it before.
I don't there's mine. It's up there.
Their coconut body butter is my favorite of all their scents. It just feels so great on your skin.
I got it, guys.
There it is.
I got it.
There it is. Yeah. I think
it smells so good.
But that's not my last item. My last item is the Trader Joe's lip balm, y'all. Is this a throwback or is this a throwback, Wendy?
It's a super throwback, and it's hard to find in stores sometimes.
So they sell it in a 3-pack. It's the lip balm Virtuoso. And here, first of all, it's spearmint scented. I love a mint scented thing. But what I also love about this is it has SPF 15 and it doesn't taste like it. If you do not know what a coup that is to find a lip balm that has an SPF that doesn't taste like SPF, I've tried them all. All the good brands like Sunbum, love all of their sun products. Their lip balm tastes like SPF.
It's the worst. The worst.
There's so many good ones. This doesn't taste like it. And if you're thinking, I don't need an SPF on my lips. Yeah, you do. If you're spending any time outside, like summer, winter travel, I know we're not going anywhere, but someday we'll leave the house again. And it's so good. And it's just good as a lip balm. I like it. And like I bought the 3-pack and yeah, I love it.
Listen, I don't know why you wouldn't put SPF on your lips just as a daily routine.
Totally, I agree.
You put SPF on your face, right?
Yeah.
Like as a daily routine. So even if you're just in your car or your backyard, you need some SPF on your lips.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to use that. I haven't seen it in stores for a very long time.
I hadn't either, actually. I went and I was very pleased to find them there. So I should have brought more than 3 because I'll definitely use them.
That is very interesting. Okay. My last product, I have one. I have used this forever. It is the Tea Tree Tingle Body Wash. If you like the smell of tea tree, now I know a lot of people don't, but to me it smells like a spa. It's like tea tree and eucalyptus and peppermint, and just in those mornings when you need that rush of, I don't know, motivation. If motivation smelled like something, it would smell like this to me. I love it. It's a wonderful body wash. They also have a shampoo and conditioner in the same scent. I don't use it because I have color treated hair and I don't know if it is safe for that. But that tea tringle, it's really hard to say it. Tea tringle, I think I just called it. Tea tree tingle.
I have a Trader Joe's retraction.
Ooh.
So if you are a long story short fan, you may have seen Wendy talk about one of her old time favorite. I don't know if you still use it. Trader Joe's Nourish Moisturizer with SPF. God.
It's one of my all-time favorites. What are you going to say? You always said it smelled like grandma.
And I stand by that. But over the past year, I've been trying to clean out all the many samples that I had and get like real. Like, am I hanging on to this? Am I ever going to use it? If not, toss it. If I am, let's use it. Like, let's get through all these moisturizers. Let's use this stuff up. And I did. And I had a sample of the Nourish with SPF and I used it and I enjoyed it. And I did knock it for smelling like grandma. And I think that is also true, but it's good. It's moisturizing, has a little bit of SPF. I liked it. I wouldn't throw it away if I had more in the house.
Okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a quick story. Okay. So I've used that moisturizer for years. I loved it. I loved the way that it just soaked in your skin and I could put makeup over it and not have to worry about feeling like, kind of oily or whatever. But then I went and got a facial. And the esthetician said, bring in all your products. I want to see what you're using. And I brought that in and she totally shamed me for using it. She's like, this doesn't have anything that is like, the ingredients weren't anything that was going to like make my skin any better. And she's like, it only has an SPF of 15. You need to be using a way higher number than that.
Fair.
So every time I see it in store, I go, oh, I love you, but I don't buy
but
it.
couldn't you just like put like a hyaluronic acid serum on your face and then put that over it? I mean,
Yeah, or I could use that and then put a SPF on top of it, one that has a higher
Sure.
number on top of it. So
do not let yourself be product shamed. You know,
Yeah, I
she's
mean-
also trying to sell you her stuff.
exactly. So
Yeah. Hello. I would bring in my Cetaphil and CeraVe and she'd fall over dead. So. But I do use the hyaluronic acid twice a day. So among other things.
I'm glad that you liked it. Will you purchase it in the future after you use that little one that you have?
I would. I'm so like brand loyal to my moisturizer that like I don't really have a need to. But if I like could only shop at Trader Joe's or I couldn't get it, I would use it again. I thought it was great.
I feel
All right, guys.
vindicated.
I'm so happy. We're going to take a quick break and come right back with Megan and Wendy approved. Guys, welcome back. It's time for Megan and Wendy approved, where we share products that we're loving, and mine's so good. It's so good that I'm going to let you go first.
I think I already know what it is, and this is going to be a problem right now. I think I saw it up on your cute little setup up there earlier.
Oh, you might have. You might have.
So, a couple weeks ago, Megan turned me on to a lip gloss. Oh.
That's not my favorite.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
I did put it on prior to filming.
Okay, that's not the one I want to talk about, but Megan turned me on to a lip gloss called Lip Sense. I don't know anything about like this company.
They're like the lipstick company that's like the stay all day.
Okay, well, this is a gloss, and it doesn't stay all day. It's a gloss. It is the color Bougainvillea. Megan and I have very different like skin types, but I saw that she was wearing this color, and I was like, oh my god, I have to have it. It is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. We have a mutual friend who sells it, so I purchased it. Same color, Bougainvillea, and I love it.
Oh,
this
good.
is
I'm so glad.
Fantastic lip gloss.
It is.
It's a little bit on the more expensive side. I can't remember what I spent on it.
Yeah, I think they're around $20, but they're not sticky. They have a good pigment. They're unscented. They last a long time. I bought myself one for my birthday once. I really like it. And we will leave a link to our friend who sells it. She's great.
This is not an advertisement or anything like that. I just really like it. I really like the color. I bought 2 of them, but this is the color Bougainvillea, and I love it.
Well, I do not have a beauty product. I do not have a candy. Oh my gosh, we completely forgot to talk about something. I was about to do a callback to an earlier moment in the podcast, and we completely forgot.
I have no idea what's happening. Tell me. What?
In our Facebook group earlier this week, there was a conversation about favorite cleaning products, and someone had mentioned that they were going to deep clean their house, and I was like, I want to deep clean my house. All of a sudden, I've never said those words before. It just like lit a fire in me. Do you ever look around and you're like, this house is disgusting? And truly, my house is not disgusting. It isn't. But like we clean, but a lot of it's like surface. It's like clean the counters, clean the sinks. But are we like scrubbing the floors? Are we like getting with the scrub brush in the shower? Are we dealing with the hard water stains? I'm not. So anyway, my body is physically sore from the amount of cleaning I did over the past 2 days. But I went to Home Depot to repurchase my favorite carpet cleaner, which is Folex, which is not my favorite thing. And right next to it in the cleaning aisle were these wood markers. And I have the brand Rejuvenate, and they are the Rejuvenate wood furniture and floor repair markers. It comes in a pack of 6. It's like either $5.99 or $6.99. They sell them at Home Depot, but I also think they sell them at Target. Maybe I'm just a monster, but a lot of my furniture has like tiny little corner like chips on it. Like
my whole house. Yeah.
The frame of my bed, like from getting in and out, it's like tiny little chips all along the edge. I'm noticing them everywhere. Like there's a clock that has it. There's tables that have it. Our banish, like everything. I was a woman on a mission. Like you choose the color that's the closest match and you just like marker it.
I'm trying to look at them closer. Is there a white one in there, or it's just
like a super light wood?
Yeah. Okay.
So these middle range ones were the ones I used the most because that's just the color of the wood in my house. But It makes a big difference, especially from far away. Like, you cover up those nicks and, like, you stand back and it's not, like, glaring nicks on your furniture.
Yeah.
It's making me really happy. And the problem is, like, once you start cleaning your house, you're like, oh my gosh, this place is an absolute style. Like, we need to move immediately.
Yes.
And
Had that
of course it
conversation
isn't.
yesterday.
Oh my gosh. I was telling my husband, I'm like, here's all the things I want to fix in the house.
Yeah.
But this did go a long way in a really inexpensive way to kind of like leveling things up. So I enjoyed these a lot.
So I need to get myself some of those because I was vacuuming the other day and I was noticing we have these 4 chairs in our living room and they have a nick like all in the same spot. I'm like, it's from this damn vacuum. Every time, like if you nick it on accident. So I got to go get me some because I got to.
Yep. You'll enjoy it. It's satisfying. And then just like walk through the house, like looking for little nicks on your furniture. And then you'd be like, oh, this furniture's dirty. So you'll give it like because my kids are in charge of dusting and they dust like their children and not do a good job. So then I was like scrubbing the wood furniture.
Oh boy.
Guys.
Yeah, that was a pretty healthy conversation in our Facebook group about cleaning products that came out of nowhere.
It was. You should be in our Facebook group. It was fun. And my cooktop has never been cleaner. It's in its entire life.
What did you use on it? Yeah, talk to me.
Easy Off oven cleaner.
Oh.
If you have a gas cooktop with like a black, like ceramic.
I do. Yeah.
And I have scrubbed that. Let me tell you, I do clean that and like it gets like baked on stuff and it's never coming off. This stuff probably shortened my lifespan by a year or two. Open a window, turn on the fan, but you let it sit there for like 10 minutes and you just wipe it away. And I was like, what is this magic? And then I just sprayed it with Windex to shine it up. Amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I got to get me some of that. I don't use that. Honestly, I never clean inside my oven.
I did kind of do the oven doors and I'm like, I don't actually care that much about this.
Yeah. Who's going to see it? Who cares?
Nobody cares. I stopped. But the cooktop did make me feel really good.
Yeah, because when my cooktop is dirty, I feel like we are like scum living in this house. I mean, it shows that I'm cooking dinner, but it just shows that I don't do a great job of cleaning up after.
Well, sometimes it's hard. I've tried a lot of different products. I'm telling you, sometimes it's like you can't use the green clean products. You just gotta go for the big guns.
Totally.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening / watching to this week's episode of the podcast. If you got all of this way on audio and you're like, I really need to see them on video, because let me tell you, we brought it. Subscribe to our Patreon, meganandwendy.com/Patreon. This video episode is actually available in the lowest tier, although of course we want you to like subscribe, to the highest, but you can get this video episode and one every month for just $3 a month, every month, just for you. If you were listening, we'd also love it if you would leave us a rating and or a review. If you haven't done that already, it means the world to us. We enjoyed them. Apple loves them. It tells them our podcast is legit. We'll be back tomorrow with the first of 2 bonus episodes of this week. We're so excited for that one. We interviewed the writer of some of our favorite Hallmark movies. Come back for that. And of course, come back on Thursday where we will be chatting Girls Gone Hallmark, talking all about playing Cupid. From the, Love Ever After series. I nailed it. Got it. I always want to say love is in the air. That's everything that's going on with us. You can always find us at meganandwendy.com. Until next time, have a great week. Bye.
Bye, guys.